Take your breath onto your mat, into your practice. Let's take a moment to make sure we're standing squarely on the feet. So 4 corners of the feet, really connecting to the mat here. And the legs are nice and strong. Shoulders back and down, spine is long. And just let your breath settle into your practice. So we're going to take advantage of this vertical position that we're in to do some super deep breathing. So we're going to just try and exhale every last bit of air that's in us. So pulling up from the feet, in from the fingertips, down from the crown of the head. Exhale everything you can through the nose. Draw your belly in as usual. And then inhale, flood the body with fresh air, fresh oxygen, getting nice and big. And we're exhaling again, drawing everything in, just releasing as much as you can, holding in that space of emptiness. And inhale, nice and big, flood the body. And one more time like that, exhale. Draw it all in. And inhale, just feel the energy running all the way through, all the way to the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingers, and the crown of your head. All right, bring your breath back to normal. And we're going to add some arms here now. So turn your palms out, your feet still grounded. Inhale, draw your arms up, interlace your fingers, turn them toward the sky so your palms are face up, tilt to the left. Remember, we're not bringing the shoulder toward the ear, we're taking the rib cage away from the hip, tilting to the left, and turn your gaze up to the right. And then come back center, tilt to the right, and turn your gaze up toward the left. And we're going to go back over to the left. And center, and over to the right. And center, and over to the left now, staying here, grounding that right foot. Release the arms parallel to the earth, and press those left fingertips away. Now just take your right shoulder behind you, shine your heart up. And then come back to center, arms overhead, interlace the fingers, press up, and tilt to the right, staying here. Arms parallel, heart rolls up. Come center here, and we're going to come back up to center, and with soft knees and soft hips, come into a forward fold. Remembering you go as far as you're ready to right now and float up. Inhale up and soft forward fold. And inhale up. And the next time you come down, just take it to a nice little rag doll. Let things just start to move around, release here, including the head and the neck. And then come back to center, drop your hands to your legs and take a nice slow roll up here. Okay, so we took the spine in some nice side to side. We're going to take it forward and back now, hands to the thighs, soft knees and hips. And draw your arms up and back. Open those shoulders. Exhale, hands to the thighs. Inhale, up and back. And hands to the thighs. Take it up and back. And hands to the thighs. One more time, up and back. And hands to the thighs, and then come back up to standing. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to take the feet slightly wider than hip width distance, soften our stance here, and take our twist, knocking on the door of life here. So you really want to feel that tap, right? We're not making ourselves black and blue, but we're feeling the tap. And then as you start to come up with your arms, make a little gentle fist tapping right under the shoulder there, building immunity. This is a nice immunity building center. And then take your arms wide out and just go side to side here as the arms start to come up. Yeah. And coming back down to shoulder height, tapping right under the shoulder. And then coming back, knocking on the door of life. Inhaling and exhaling. Ooh, and then come back to center. Shake everything out. All right. And just feel how your energy is moving now. Now the spine is woken up. And we're going to come to the back of the mat. All right, so from the back of the mat, you know we do so many fun things from back here. Let's find the feet hip width distance apart. Inhale and exhale. We're going to float the arms up and exhale. Swan dive. Keep your legs straight. Don't worry about how far down the hands go. Just keep your legs straight. Swan dive. Hips are over the ankles and you're feeling your hamstrings here. Okay, now go ahead and roll your hands up to your thighs, hips back, and shine your heart forward, half lift. Now we bring the hands to the mat and walk forward into a plank. So we're coming into plank here, and we're getting nice and comfortable. Whether your knees are up or down, you're thinking about a nice strong plank. Inhale and exhale. And just breathe in your plank. And then take yourself up to downward facing dog here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to come back to plank. Yay. And raise the right foot. Okay? And now when you come into down dog, either leave that right foot up or bring it down and come into dog and then raise your right leg. Bring your right foot down. Come into plank. Yes, I know, this is a heck of a way to start, isn't it? Raise your left foot and come into down dog. That left foot is either high or it comes down first and then comes up. Bring your left foot down. Walk your hands back to your feet and float your arms out and up. Palms touch. Ooh, and hands come heart center. And release. All right, that was very challenging for sure, right? So we're going to add on. Why not? Flip the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. See where your hands go. Find a half lift here. Bring your hands down and walk forward to plank. Remember, you can have knees up or knees down, wherever you're strongest. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to raise the right foot and come into down dog with the right leg lifted. Inhale and exhale. Now draw your knee and your forehead together under your body. A little crunch there. Extend your right leg. Woo, bring your right foot down and walk back. Hands back to the feet. Float the arms out and up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. And we're going to do that one time on the left. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Let's take a half lift. Hands down. Find your way to plank. Knees up or down, remember, always your choice. Left leg up, back and up to down dog. Left leg is high. Knee and forehead come together under the body. Extend your left leg back. Bring your left foot down. Bring both knees down. Sit off to the side and find seated mountain pose. All right, let's shake out the wrists. Wiggle the fingers. Make sure the hips are nice and grounded. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to do some hip opening. We'll do some rock the baby. So the left leg is long, left toes are up, left knee is up. Okay, bend your right knee. Take your right foot in your left hand and your right leg in your right hand. Okay, so you guys know this. It's the leg side to side. Now, maybe your hip is a little more open tonight. You can hold under your shin and rock. Maybe your hip is even more open and you put your right foot in your left elbow and rock your baby this way. You find your rock the baby for tonight, but we want to keep the torso facing forward. So it's not rock the shoulders, we're rocking the leg. And then put your right foot, your right ankle on your left thigh. Bring your hands behind you and just draw your left foot in just till it touches the mat. Your right foot is flexed. And we're going to take that right foot over side to side. Also still keeping the torso straight. Nice little rock the baby here. Rock the baby. And the next time your right foot is headed over to the left, let it stay there. Now check in. Can you get your right hip to the mat? If so, stay right here. If not, take your right foot, put it in front of your shin, and let your hips be even on the mat. Okay? Either way, whichever way works for you and your hips right now. Left hand to the right shin, right arm up and back, and twist to the right. So let's inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, deepen your twist with a long spine, turning your gaze towards your right shoulder. And for some people, that left elbow will come outside the right leg. On your next exhale, turn your gaze to the left. And coming back, gaze to the right as you exhale. And then release. Okay, so we're going to take this to a seated pigeon now. So go ahead and plant your left foot. Take your right ankle across your left thigh. Okay, we're back here. And this is pretty open. Now we're going to see how far in we can go right now. So bringing the left heel closer to the hips. Keep that right foot flexed. Okay, so the difference between this and what we did before is we were very open here. Not a lot happening in the hip. Now we're going for that. What's happening with the hip? We warmed up that right hip. Let's see where we go with this. Seated pigeon. And then release. Give the legs a crazy shake. All right, any questions about that? Everybody's got happy baby under control. Oh, happy baby. Rock the baby. Well, we'll rock the baby till it's happy, right? So let's go ahead and take the foot. Left foot, right hand. Left leg, left hand. And rock. And then if you decide to hold under your shin, we're still keeping that left foot flexed no matter what we do. If it's your night to put the left foot in the right elbow and rock the baby that way, maybe. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're in a place where you're getting some hip release here. That's what we care about. Left ankle to the right thigh. Supporting with your hands, just draw your right foot in. So it's fairly open, right? We're not really stressing that left hip in any way. Let's take the left foot side to side. Let the breath keep moving. And then the left foot comes all the way over to the right. Once again, thinking about those hips, we want both hips planted. So adjust your foot position as needed to get the hips planted. Sit up nice and tall. Right hand to the left shin. Left arm up and back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Gazing toward your left shoulder. And on your next exhale, take it to the right. And the next time you exhale, take your gaze back to the left. And then come center, release. We're coming into pigeon, seated pigeon on the left. So sliding the right hip and the right heel as close together as is appropriate for your left hip right now, keeping that left foot flexed. Inhale and exhale. And then release and give the legs a crazy shake. If you just got there, spend a few breaths. Shake. All right. Join us when you're ready. Inhale and exhale. All right, so the hips are a little more open, right? What happens after we open the hips? We get that core cooking. So those planks were a nice little precursor to core work, weren't they? So the core's like, yeah, I'm feeling really strong tonight. Raise your hands if your core is feeling really strong tonight. Good. There you go. All right. What happened? Carry your... Uh-oh. It will after this. All right. I see you. Feet are hip-width distance. Spine is nice and long. And we're just going to play with this for a moment. We're going to take the arms long and start to lean back with a straight spine till you feel your core engage. Now lean back till you feel you're in core challenge point. That is right before you come into a point where you have just collapsed. We're in core challenge point. Everything is nice and strong here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to make a gentle fist with the hands. Bring them to the center. Bring them to heart center. And then from here, right arm out and in. Left arm out and in. Both arms out and in. Sit up. Take a breath back to core challenge. Left arm out and in. Right arm out and in. Both arms out and in. Sit up. Now we're going to add some legs. Okay, so this could be an option for you. Hands to the heart. Take it back to core challenge. Right arm, left leg, and down. Left arm, right leg, and down. And two arms, two legs, woo, and down, sit up. You knew it. All right. That core is kicking in now, right? Yes, told you. Take it back. All right. We're going to start on the left this time. Left arm, right leg, and down. Right arm, left leg, and down. Two arms, two legs, and up. Woo! All right, we're just going to go through that pattern one more time, but we're going to double it, okay? So we're going to take it back. We're going right arm out and tap. One more right, out and tap to the left and tap to the left and tap, double and tap, double and tap and release. And of course we have to start the pattern to the left this time. So let's take it back. Left arm out and tap. Left again and tap. Right arm and tap. Right and tap and double. Tap and double. Tap and release. Oh, shake around. Release and release. All right. We're going to get some obliques going here, and then we'll just move on, okay? So we're going to let's take the hands forward, press the palms together, okay? And we're going to take it back to core challenge, and then come up and bringing the hands to the right. Reaching right, take it back. Reaching left. This is it with the feet down. Now, option with the knees up. Okay, core challenge. Reach up and to the right, take it back. Reach up and to the left. Okay, oh, yes. So keep going one way or the other. Right to left. Knees up or feet down. Oh. Knees up or feet down. The next time you go left, you'll be even and finish up. Okay. Am I the only one who thought that was super challenging or what? Was that a lot? Yeah. All right, so we'll call that done. Let's treat ourselves to some circles here. So just take your feet to a comfortable cross-legged position. If you don't want to be cross-legged, you can have your feet straight, hands to the knees, long spine, and just take yourself forward to the right, back to the left, and just rock around, seeing how many things you can release in these nice soft circles here. Your circles, your way. And the next time you're forward, pause and go around to the left. And the next time you're forward, pause and come on up to seated. Take a few breaths, inhale and exhale. And we're going to come to hands and knees. All right, hands and knees. We're going to move to the arms now. So the knees are under the hips. Arms are forward. Come into your knee down plank. Now remember, right, we roll the elbows forward so the elbow creases are facing forward. And when you push up, your elbows are heading behind you. So you're using your triceps. Push up, hips toward the heels. Take it forward. Push up. And hips toward the heels. We're going to do that 2 more times. Take it forward. Knee down plank. Push up. Hips to heels. And 1 more time. Knee down plank. Push up. Child's pose. Yep, big toes together, knees wide apart, and take it back. There you go. I'm just watching you. Go ahead. Inhale and exhale. Child's pose, there for you to just reconnect with yourself, get your breath back. We had a really vigorous start to practice, so we're going to take a few extra breaths right here. And then flow up into a downward facing dog. So think about like being soft as you come up, right? We've used a lot of strength so far, the stirrah of our practice. Now we're going to make this dog Sukkah, easeful. And then just take a nice little walking meditation, drawing your feet up towards your hands. Take a nice little half lift here. And from here, as you forward fold, just let your hands slide down your legs and see where they go. Just be happy with wherever they are. And then float the arms out and up as your palms touch. And your hands come heart center. And release. All right, so from the top of your mat, if you're not there, come up to the top of your mat with your feet hip width distance. Find a mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. All right, we are going to move into sun salutations here, and we're going to add a few arm positions in front. Okay, so let's inhale, float the arms up. As you exhale with long arms, twist to the right. Inhale, arms overhead. As you exhale, twist gently to the left. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, elbows to waist, heart shines up. Inhale up and swan dive. So remember, in swan dive, the hands do not have to touch the mat. They just go where they go. And we're starting to feel that nice hamstring stretch here. Inhale and exhale. Come into a half lift. Bring your hands down. Step back with your right leg and stay there in this lunge, left knee over left ankle. We'll take this opportunity to just wiggle the hips. Now bring your right knee down. Come into Crescent Lunge. Arms up. Bring your hands down. Now pay attention because this is slightly different here. Your right hand's going to stay on the mat. As your left arm opens to the left, your right knee lifts. Yeah, that's all it is. And bring your left hand down, and then find your way to your plank. Remember, knees up, knees down, mix them up, do what's best for you. Super strong chaturanga, using the knees as much as desired there. And just take it up into your basic cobra, shining the heart forward, and release. Okay, now we're going to take ourselves gently into downward facing dog, looking forward to dog as a little bit of a resting pose. So down dog. And just distribute your weight between 4 points and try and find some ease in your downward facing dog here. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to take the right leg up and take a big step forward and then just walk the rest of the way, feet to the hands, taking a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. Find mountain pose, breathe. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, straight leg swan dive. There you go, checking you out. Hands to the thighs, heart shines forward, half lift, hands down, stepping back left leg, staying in this lunge and wiggling around a little bit. Then bring your left knee down, flow into Crescent Lunge with the arms up. Bring your hands down. Now your left hand will stay down. Tuck your back toes as the right arm comes up, the left knee comes up. Twist open to the right. Bring your right hand down and come into your plank. Knees up or down. Nice plank. And then chaturanga. Okay, so we're either going to go into a little deeper cobra by bringing the hands to the ribs, or if you have up dog, go into up dog. Yep, and then think about flowing your way into a nice, easeful downward facing dog. Go ahead and take your left leg up, step forward, and find the rest of the way to the top of your mat. When you get there, a nice little half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up as your palms touch, and your hands come heart center, and release. All right. Okay, so let's just get the breath back under. Whew. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to move into some balance here. All right? So the feet are hip-width distance apart. And we're just going to work on tree. So as you find yourself feeling balanced, steady gaze, calm mind, if you just want to head to tree on the right, go ahead. If you want to take it in steps, come with me. Hands to your hips, right heel up, right knee out, right foot to the left leg, and when you're ready, hands to the heart. Just keeping that gaze nice and steady, everything nice and steady here. And release. Whew. Falling in and out of your balance, that works too, right? Okay, tree on the left. Hands to hips, or go straight into it. Left heel, left knee, left foot, hands to heart. And release. All right. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going back to tree on the right, this time with the arms up. If you want to take it in steps, go ahead, or just float right up, arms up, right foot to the left leg. Your choice. How do you want to get here? Drawing the hands together, releasing down. And same thing on the left. Hands together and releasing down. Yeah, one side sometimes works better than the other. You can definitely tell which is my more stable side tonight, right? All right, so go ahead and play with your tree, okay? One right and one left, and when you get into position, make sure you're taking like 3 to 5 breaths. Don't just come into tree and come out. All right, one right, one left. Arms can be up. Maybe it's breezy where you are and you're swaying in the breeze. Just go ahead and play with your tree. No rush. When you are done with your second side, just come back to mountain pose. If you were hanging out in that first side for a long time, just go ahead, do your other side, and come back to us when you're ready. Okay? Don't change your practice because we're not a synchronized swimming team. We're doing yoga. Let's breathe. Inhale and exhale here. All right. And just let that sense of balance just permeate. Okay, so I mentioned Stirrah earlier, strength. We're going to move into, and that was like the whole first part of our practice. And now we're going to do the Sukkah, easeful, nice little cousin of sun salutation, a nice little moon salutation. So everybody knows triangle and pyramid. So we're just going to go for it. Arms up and daisy. And daisy. We're swaying like a daisy in the breeze. Daisy and daisy. Now open the legs to 5-pointed star. Toes are out. Knees over toes. Elbows to waist. Coming back up. 5-pointed star. Turn your right toes out to the right. Your left toes in at an angle. And we're going to warm up our triangle. Reach and release. And reach and release. Reach and release. to the right leg, left arm up, the shoulders are stacked. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to take that left hand to the right leg. Make sure there's at least a micro bend in the right knee. Not a big bend, a micro bend. Place your hands gently on the right leg. Inhale and exhale. If your hands go down farther, let them go down farther. If you're up here, stay up here. Wherever your hands belong is where they're going. And then find your way back into triangle. And come on up. Toes out, we're going 5-pointed star. Elbows to waist, moonflower. Step together. And daisy. And daisy. Woo, one more time each way. And release. Okay, is everybody good with what we just did? Ready to go on the other side? Okay, feet are hip width distance. Arms up. We're going to daisy and daisy. Side to side one more time. Stepping open into 5-pointed star. Toes out, arms out. Knees over toes, elbows to waist. Back to 5-pointed star. Triangle prep to the left. Good, now we're going to warm up. Reach and release. Reach and release. Reach and release. This time reaching and coming into triangle. Shoulders are stacked. We don't care how far down the leg this left hand is. Now we're taking the right hand to the left leg with a little micro bend in that left knee. And then if your hands slide down and go any farther down the leg, that's great. If they don't, that's great too. You are in a nice pyramid. Maybe feeling a nice little stretch in the hamstring there. Float your way back up to triangle. And 5-pointed start, toes out, arms up, moonflower, and spring together, and daisy, and daisy. And hands down. All right, is everybody good to go on? We're going to go right to left without stopping. Okay, so, and we've already warmed up, so we're going to leave out that part. But what we're going to, I think we'll just add a little core triangle here. Okay, so let's take the feet hip width distance apart and float the arms up. And we flow and sway and side to side, stepping open. Moonflower. Smoothly coming back up to 5-pointed star. Gracefully turning for our triangle prep into triangle. And finding our way to pyramid. The hands go where they belong. Inhale and exhale. All right, now flowing back up into triangle and taking the arms out to the side, parallel to the earth, and just lifting up back to 5-pointed star, moonflower, spring together, and daisy, and sway, side to side, and open up, moonflower, 5-pointed star, triangle prep, and coming into a nice triangle here. Taking it to your pyramid, right? Right hand comes to the left leg. Where do your hands go tonight? Flow back up into your triangle. Draw the arms parallel And with ease, draw yourself up. Yes, take the arms out and the toes out, 5-pointed star. Moonflower, spring back together and just sway happily in the breeze. And release. All right. So we're going to start to work our way down. Okay. Did that feel a little less intense than a sun salutation? Right? Not quite as muscular. All right, let's shake out the legs, come to the top of the mat. Find mountain pose and scan the body. So if anything is supposed to happen right now for you, let it happen. As a matter of fact, let's come into a nice ragdoll here, arms up, take it down. If you want to hold your elbows in this ragdoll, you can. If you want to let your arms sway, just high or low, just release whatever's happening, whatever's left. And then come back to center. Plant your hands on your legs. Slowly, slowly, slowly roll up. Take a nice deep breath, arms overhead. And bring your hands down. Now we need the hands to touch the mat and find your way to downward facing dog. You know you can come into table whenever you want. If you're in dog, bring your big toes together. And we take the knees to one side, hips to the other. If you're in table, you're just going to sway your hips side to side. Bring the knees down, sit off to the side, and find seated mountain pose. Legs are long, feet are flexed, shoulders back and down. Inhale and exhale. All right. So we're working our way to the new moon on Saturday, and we're accepting things as they are and releasing things that we no longer want, right? So the Lotus Mudra, hand position that we've been working on, is wonderful for that. So bring your hands down by your side. Keep your spine nice and long. Draw the arms up. Inhale anything you want to preserve from your day, your week, your practice. Draw the heels of your hands, your thumbs, and your pinkies together. And then as you exhale, draw your palms together and seal it in. All right, now release your hands, let your legs go soft, and we're going to do 2 very soft forward folds. No goal here, just to fold and feel great about it. Just let your breath be natural. Roll up and do it one more time. Arms up and just melt. And then roll your hands up your legs, bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat, and slowly roll down. Inhale and exhale here. And we're going to take the arms and legs long. Inhale, exhale, draw the knees in. Hug it in. Hold on to your right shin or hamstring. Bring your left foot to the mat. So we're in Ardha Appanasana, half wind removing pose. And maybe that left leg wants to straighten or is willing to straighten a little bit for you. Inhale and exhale. Think about letting go. Wind removing. Now go ahead and take that shin or hamstring. Take your left arm out to the side, to the left, And let that leg open and close. So a nice little hip release here. And we're going to take the left leg, bend the knee, and take the right ankle across the left leg. So yes, we are moving into Recline Pigeon. Flex your right foot and draw your left leg in. Okay, now holding on to the left leg, take your left knee in line with your left shoulder and think about your right hip. Is it happy? Is it releasing? Just a nice reclined pigeon. There was a lot of energy today in your practice, so just send warm, healing breath to that right hip. Take your left leg straight up and point and flex your left foot and circle one direction and the other. And then release, unwind. You have 2 feet on the mat. Let your knees open and close. Little butterfly wings here. Ardha Appanasana on the left. Draw your left leg in. Hold on to your shin or your left thigh. Okay? Half wind removing pose. Extend that right leg any amount. And just think about releasing. All right, now come into pigeon with the left ankle across the right thigh, drawing your right leg in, making sure that right knee is in line with the right shoulder, and also making sure the left foot is flexed. And we're just going to stay here in this nice hip release for a solid minute. Sending a couple of last warm, soothing breaths to that left hip. Release. Bring both feet to the mat, and then just let the knees gently open and close. Little butterfly wings here. All right, stretching the legs long, arms overhead again. Inhale, exhale, draw the knees in. This time, place your hands on your knees. And we're going to take the knees forward and to the right, in and to the left. And circle, and circle. The hands never leave the knees. Okay, next time you're in, hold. Press the knees away, to the left, in, to the right, and circle. Think about that spinal release there. Excellent. And bring the feet down. Now raise one leg if we did ankle work on the right foot but not the left. Raise your left leg. Yeah, I thought so. We did it on the right though, correct? So we're just going to do the left, point and flex, and circle one direction and the other. All right, bring it down. That was both sides then, right? Okay, good. Thank you. I saw that. All right, arms out by your shoulders. And let's do some wide leg windshield wipers. So take your feet mat width distance apart. Inhale, and as you exhale, take both knees to the right and turn your gaze toward your left fingertips. Inhale, center. Exhale, both knees to the left. Turn your gaze toward your right. And just keep going side to side, head going opposite of the knees. So comparing these to windshield wipers that we do with our legs together, these go a little deeper. So just be careful, be mindful. And the next time your knees are left and your gaze is right, you will be even. Come back to center. Bring your feet hip width distance. The knees are still bent. Okay, so we're going to now, the arms are long, just taking the arms up by the ears. Keep them along the earth, right? So they're on the earth, and just slide them up by your ears and back down by the shoulders. And one more time, slide them up by the ears and down to the shoulder height. And now open and close your hands, wiggle your fingers. So feel that energy going all the way up your arms. Your arms are long here. And then rotating the wrists one direction and the other. And now with your arms still long, slide them down to your hips and back up to shoulder height. Slide them down to your hips and back up to shoulder height. And 2 more times like that. Kind of like making half angel wings at a time, right? Inhale and exhale. Take a nice long stretch, arms and legs. Exhale, draw your knees in. And let's take this time to rock side to side, releasing the spine side to side. All right, go ahead and bring your feet down. Get yourself start to wiggle into place, okay? And scan your body from head to toe. See if there's something that the body was asking for. You might be in Supta Baddha Konasana at this point too, with your soles of your feet together, or you might have your knees up. Just scan your body and start to place yourself comfortably on the earth. We're looking for a position that we can hold for a few minutes here in our final relaxation, someplace we can work from that we don't feel like we have to move around. Experiment with your knees bent and your legs straight. And when you are comfortable, feeling nice and settled and happy here, hands down by your side. Inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. And one more time, inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale, releasing yourself onto the earth, letting go of all effort, just being in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to the body, wiggle fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, take a nice long stretch. Exhaling, draw it in. Find your way over to a side. And help yourself up to a nice easy seat. All right, let's seal our practice now with one more lotus. So take your hands to your side, exhale, and drawing in and up all the things you want to take off your mat and into the rest of your evening. Draw the heels of your hands, your fingers, your thumbs and your pinky fingers together. Exhale your hands to heart center and turning your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit. Thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.